You have to watch this one video before you book the Lopesan. In today's video, I'm going to give you a complete review of the Lopesan. I'm going to be completely honest and fair and give you my complete opinion on what I think of the property and everything around it. I'm going to be rating the food, the staff, the drinks, the entertainment, the grounds, the rooms. I'm going to be rating all of that. I've seen a lot of YouTubers post reviews on the Lopesan and they've been really pumping it up. Who knows if these reviews have been incentivized or not, but regardless of that, I'm going to give you the most honest and fair review of the Lopesan on YouTube. So make sure you watch this video before you book this property. So if you're ready, let's jump right into the video. So for the first part of this review, we're going to be reviewing the grounds on the resort. I have to say, from the second we stepped foot on this resort, we were blown away by how beautiful and amazing the grounds are here. Lopesan actually looks exactly like the pictures. Actually, the pictures do not do justice for this resort. You have to see it in person. It is absolutely amazing how it looks. Everything is so well detailed and so well maintained. The property is stunning. I couldn't believe it. This is probably the best looking property that we have stayed at. And even at night, the property looks beautiful. Walking down to the pool, walking down to the beach, you're going to be having these stunning views every single day if you end up staying here. The resort also has a lot of these little sitting areas all over the resort. Now the one thing I will say about the resort, it is big. You got to be prepared to do a lot of walking here. The first day I think we did around 20,000 steps. That's pretty much average here. This is the lobby bar once you walk in. So there's two main areas of this resort. The lobby area, which has the restaurants, the pools, and the beach around it. The lobby is stunning too. The lobby is amazing. When you walk into the lobby, you're greeted with this smell. The only complaint I have about the lobby is it's not air conditioned, just has fans. Same for the lobby bar, so it can get pretty hot. Okay, now moving on, we're going to give you a little quick tour of the boulevard and show you the important places. This is where the coffee shop is. Bavaro Coffee, very good coffee here. Very good service in the coffee shop. That was probably where we got the best service on the resort. I'll touch on that later. But the coffee shop was amazing every single day to start our day off and get a good coffee. They get the energy going. Shout out to the girls at the coffee shop. They were really nice. Now here you can see some donuts we got from the coffee shop, and we washed it down with these cool, refreshing iced teas. They were also really good. Here is the Chia Lounge. This is where they have the nighttime shows. It is also the nightclub at the resort, but when we were here, they're also hosting the shows here because it wasn't busy enough to be running the theater. There is the bar inside of the nightclub and the English pub, which is right beside the nightclub. And here's the theater, which was only open for one night when we were here, so we watched one show in there. And I will be giving a complete review on the entertainment later on in this review. Next up on the boulevard, we have the bowling and arcade, good for kids, good to keep them busy, and the Iceberg ice cream. We went here once for an ice cream. It was pretty good, typical ice cream, no complaints there. And they do have a sports bar which they send people to go to after the disco closes. Next up on the boulevard, we have the casino. I never gambled anything here, I didn't use it, but if you're into casinos, it does have the casino. And we have the Titan Gym on the boulevard, which we did use one morning. It was very good. Next up, we have the spa. The spa was amazing. I really enjoyed it. Me and my wife got a couples massage together, the 50-minute one. So if you like massages and you want to relax on vacation, I recommend a massage from here. Overall, I'm going to give the grounds a 9 out of 10. My only complaint is the Wi-Fi on the resort is spotty. Next up, we have the rooms, and this is another category where Lopesan shines, and they shine bright. Once you walk into the room, on the right hand side, you're greeted by this amazing shower, really good water pressure. The only complaint about the shower is it does take a little while to heat up. I guess the plumbing is different there, but overall, very good shower. No complaints at all about the shower here. Moving on to the sink, it is very nice. They give you so many different toiletries to use. So I was very happy with that, and the sink was great. It wasn't a dual vanity, but for a single vanity it wasn't too bad, and the toilet was just a standard toilet overall, not too bad. So as you walk in, you see the TV for the entertainment system, and underneath it is the mini bar. Now my only complaint about the mini bar is there's no chips and snacks, but overall the drinks are okay. The bed is a king size bed, very comfortable. I do wish that they would change the pillows in this room though, because they are almost too fluffy and too big. It kind of hurts your neck when you're sleeping. But overall, the room is very nice, stylish. You have the little couch there, the chair, and it's just very homey, very roomy. I really like the room. I think it's good value for the money that you get at Lopesan, because you're not paying an arm and a leg, and you're getting a room that's similar to like a Sandals or a Dreams. Very nice little patio there, a nice little sofa for sitting outside on your balcony. Now the room kind of did have a little bit of a musty smell. That's my really only complaint about it. Here is my tropical view. This room is the standard room, the cheapest room you can get at Lopesan, just for record. So with all that said, I'm giving the rooms at this resort an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have the pools. Everyone loves the pools. This is one of my favorite things to review at the resort. I gotta say, this pool was the warmest pool I've ever been in my life. And my wife said the exact same thing, and usually she's scared of pools. She thinks they're always too cold. She only prefers hot tubs. But she went in this pool no problem, like it was a hot tub, because it was that warm. Now I do have two small faults about this pool that I did not like. Number one, it doesn't have a swim up bar. I knew this coming in, so I wasn't disappointed. And the other fault was the vibe around the pool. You know, we usually like a party vibe or like a good vibe going on around the pool. This pool was really flat. It's just mostly people just chilling, relaxing. So if you're into that, that's good. Some days the music was loud, some days the music was quiet, some days people had their own speakers, some days no music was playing. So the really vibe around the pool and the ambiance around it was very hit and miss. So if you like a good vibe always, then this resort is not going to be for you, because the vibe at the pool is really flat. Also, the Wi-Fi barely works at the pool too, which is also very disappointing. Also, keep a lookout for vendors trying to sell you stuff around the pool. I don't know why the resort allows this. It's kind of crazy if you ask me. Now moving on, the resort does have two smaller pools behind the main pool. I did touch the water in them. They are also pretty warm. Nice if you just want to relax and chill. Absolutely no party vibe there. Looking at the water park here, great for kids. Adults can use it too. It's a fun alternative to the pool if you want to try that out. Overall, I'm going to give the pools at this resort an 8 out of 10. They're not bad, they're just missing a certain vibe and a couple small things. Next up, we have the beach. Now the beach, I really don't have many complaints about. The beach was very nice overall, one of the better beaches from the resorts that we've been to. And the good news, when we were there, the beach had ample seating, no towel game, no fighting for a seat, and even if you want to sit in the adults only section, at the resort, no one's checking these wristbands. You can kind of sit wherever you want on the beach. Sand is very white. There is boats on the beach, and some people have wrote in reviews that the boats bothered them. The boats didn't bother us once at all. It's actually nice to sit there and watch boats go by, if you ask me personally. Now the one thing I didn't like about the beach is the beach did not have drink service, and also the beach does not have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi does not work at all on this beach. So if you are relying on Wi-Fi while on this beach, you're out of luck, unfortunately, so that is a negative. But the water makes up for it, because the water is super warm. It is one of the best beaches we've been to. Very low seaweed. It didn't really bother us. I mean, overall, the beach was nice just to go there, chill out, relax, different than the pool. Doesn't really have a vibe either. Most of these beaches don't, unless they're having a beach party. One tip about the beach also is be aware of these vendors walking around the beach trying to sell you tours, trying to get you to come to their shop. Just tell them no politely and hopefully they'll back off, but there is a lot of vendors on the beach. So overall, I'm going to give the beach at the Lopesan an 8 out of 10. Not a bad beach. We did enjoy our time here, so 8 out of 10 for the beach. Next up is a category that is make or break for any trip, and that's the food. Everyone wants to know, how is the food at the Lopesan? And unfortunately, this is where Lopesan takes a hit and starts to lose points on its rating. Overall, the food here was very hit or miss. You know, they do have a lot of desserts, but they are missing cake. Some items at the buffet are stale, some are warm, some are cold. It's very hit or miss, the food here, okay? The food was just okay. For me, the food was very disappointing. I mean, nothing really made me go back for seconds, like, oh, I gotta get more of that. The Italian restaurant was just average. The pizza was kind of doughy, bready. Room service was the same as the Italian restaurant. Just very bland food, not a lot of flavor. Tasted like it's been sitting out for a while. So I really wasn't a big fan of the room service. The steakhouse, I wasn't a big fan of either. Everything had oregano seasoning on it, all the meats. So it all tasted like oregano. Even the chicken and beef tasted the same because of the seasoning. The desserts were not bad, the cake and the ice cream. but how can you really screw up dessert, right? Now, we did not dislike everything we ate here. We did like the Mexican restaurant because we're big fans of Mexican food, and Mexican food has a lot of flavor in it typically. So overall, the food at the Mexican restaurant was overall pretty good. And the dessert here is very cool. If you go there, get the dessert, they crack it open like that. Also, we did enjoy the hibachi. You can't really screw up hibachi either. Every all-inclusive I stay at, you know the hibachi is going to be good because it's a fresh cooked meal right in front of you. The lady sitting beside me at the hibachi actually nudged me and made a joke, and she said, "This is the first warm dish I've had since I've been here." Overall, you can't go wrong with the hibachi here because you're going to get a good meal cooked right in front of you. You're going to get rice, you're going to get steak, you're going to get chicken, you're going to get veggies. It's going to be good. So if you do come to this resort, check out the hibachi restaurant and maybe you'll see a cool trick like this. But my fun didn't end at the hibachi restaurant. Sadly, after 3 days at the resort, I ended up with food poisoning. I couldn't believe it. I got super sick, and I think maybe it's because the buffets are so hot inside. There's no AC, no fans, nothing in there, so all the food is just boiling sometimes. And it's the same for the Goldfish Beach Club for lunch. There's no one inside there checking temperatures of the food at the buffet. It's very hot inside there. I was very upset by the food standards at this resort, so if you go there, please be super careful. Don't eat salads. Make sure everything you eat is fully cooked. Make sure it hasn't been sitting there too long under these heat lamps in this very, very hot buffet. They even have salad dressings just sitting there in this heat, which is absolutely gross. So I'm going to show you what I ended up eating the rest of the trip after I got sick. Every day for breakfast, the same thing. 2 pieces of toast, a little bit of watermelon, and a little bit of yogurt. That's all I ate. Overall, the food gets a 5 out of 10 at this resort. Very disappointing. So let's lighten up the mood a bit and let's talk about the drinks at this resort. Overall, the drinks here were not bad. They're pretty good. I drank a lot of mocktails this week because obviously I got sick from the food 3 days in. So mocktail, if you know what it is, it's the exact same thing as the cocktail, just without the alcohol in it. Drank a lot of those Costa Bavaro drinks. I drank a lot of mojitos, toucans, Miami Vice, pina colada, a lot of drinks I had, and they're all pretty good. And the drinks from the coffee shop, like I mentioned earlier in the review, they're also very good too. So overall, the drinks at the resort, I'm going to give the drinks a 7 out of 10. Not bad. At least they did pack some flavor. Next up, we're going to be talking about the service at this resort, and unfortunately the service here is below average. It's not very good. The beach, there's no drink service. At the pool, the whole week we were there every day at the pool. We only got our drink order taken twice, even when it was dead like this. I was very disappointed with the service at this resort. Very, very, very disappointed. Only one bar open by the pool when we were there, sometimes a long lineup. Even when there's no people, sometimes you can't even get a drink. And at the disco, one night we had to leave and go to another bar to get a drink because we waited 20 minutes and no one served us. The service here is horrendous. I've never seen a resort with such bad service. And you have to keep in mind, a lot of staff on the resort do not speak English, so you're going to have to use Spanish to communicate with them to get your drinks and get your food correct. And I did receive some of the worst customer service when checking out of this hotel. I was explaining to them about how I got sick from the food, and they pretty much just laughed in my face and said, "Hey, too bad for you." Well, you know what, Lopesan? Shame on you for treating your paying customers like this. You guys have the worst customer service. I'm going to give the service at the Lopesan a 5 out of 10, and I'm being generous. Do not expect to come to this resort and get amazing service because it is not there at all. Next up, we have the entertainment. Okay, this is another category where Lopesan really falls off. Look, they have the neon party, which is what you're seeing here, which was very fun to attend and hang out at. They do have a couple cool night shows. They do have the foam party, but besides that, the entertainment is really, really weak. If you're one of those people that books a resort based on the entertainment, do not book this one. The entertainment team doesn't even walk around and talk to people and make those connections like a typical entertainment team does. Some events get canceled without any notice. People don't go to these events, they're not announced. The activity board is blank around the resort. Overall, the entertainment here is awful. I've never seen a resort like this. It's a ghost town. There's no one on the microphone talking, no one to hype up the crowd. The entertainment during the day is non-existent. The entertainment is garbage. Besides the foam party, you're not getting anything. So I don't recommend this resort for the entertainment. It is awful. Entertainment is getting a 5 out of 10, and that is also being very, very generous. So overall, it is time for my final score of the Lopesan. The final score I'm going to give the resort is a 7 out of 10. It does need improvement, but overall it is an okay resort in Punta Cana. And there we go, that's the review. I hope you found it valuable. I hope it made your decision so much easier whether to decide to book the Lopesan or go with another Punta Cana hotel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you aren't already, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow and get bigger, and it's going to help more people find this review and make it easier for them to decide whether they should book the Lopesan or not. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.